How's it going, guys? Persona Cheese here, and today we're looking at the optional boss weapon for the main character, Yu Narukami. The Gaia Sword is obtained by returning to the Void Quest dungeon on or after August 13th and defeating the boss that appears on the top floor. This boss can be troublesome, but he's not super complicated or difficult, so the strategy won't take too long to go over. Considering this boss is neutral to everything from fire to wind and resistant to physical, there's a pretty clear best party to bring. Obviously, Chie and Kanji are a bad idea since they have the weakest magic, which means the best team would be Yosuke, Yukiko, and Teddy. On top of that, this boss's main gimmick is using elements, so having Yukiko's Mapatra, or even better, Amrita, if her social link's at rank 6 or higher, is a godsend as well. The last bit of preparation I'd suggest is planting a few eggplants in the garden if you have them, since them nullifying insta-kills could really come in handy here. As for good personas to have for this fight, one that resists dark in some way will be pretty important to prevent you from getting insta-killed by Madoon. Ideally, you also want that persona to resist physical in some way, since that's what the Escapist Soldier specializes in. Having Tarunda or Rakunda, or their hits all foes equivalents, is also really nice to have here. Specific personas that fit some of these criteria include Rangda, who has decent magic and repels physical, but doesn't resist dark, and Kali, who doesn't have the best magic, but nulls dark. The Escapist Soldier's moves are Foul Breath and Stagnant Air, which increase the chance of elements hitting, Madoon, which has a medium chance of dark insta-kill to one party member, and a bunch of physical attacks, all of which can inflict ailments, apart from Blade of Fury, which can do massive damage if it hits 3 or 4 times. So with that out the way, let's talk about the weapon you find in a pile of bones around the edge of the room. The Gaia Sword has 200 damage, which is really good at this point, 88 accuracy, and a low chance of any ailment. This bonus isn't really amazing since it's only a low chance, and any ailment means it could cause something bad like poison, which is probably the least useful ailment to inflict, or fear, which can make enemies run away, depriving you of the XP and money you would have gotten for killing them. Those two elements aside though, the rest are pretty good. Rage makes you deal way more damage to them, so even with the extra damage they do to you, I'd still say it's worth it. Exhaustion taking away their SP isn't great, but it makes you do more damage to them as well, albeit not as much as Rage. Panic and Innovation can take away their turns, so they're obviously good, and Silence basically does the same thing. So all in all, despite a few bad elements and a low chance, the bonus is pretty decent, which combined with the really high damage, makes it quite a good weapon overall. And if you want to see Teddy's best weapon, watch this video too.